And just like that, Eierman with a quick takedown. And Meredith, who was quoted as saying in a interview yesterday, he believes he's the best in the field. He's going to secure a reversal, and it's deadlocked at 2 apiece. And these guys are scrapping outside the boundary waters. This may be a high-flourishing match, already 2-2, but yet wrestled 36 seconds.
Well, like I said, they like to just go at it. And that's the one thing that makes watching Bryce Meredith so fun. And Jaydin Eierman, also, same thing. Father told him Catholic in Missouri. So, how about the tournament Missouri's had, especially last evening?
Phenomenal. They've actually moved into team trophy contention. There's Meredith going to wrench Eierman out of bounds. 2:05 remaining in our first period. We're deadlocked at 2 apiece.
Missouri came in at this session in 4th place with 81.5 points. They have 3 finalists and 2 in the wrestlebacks, Eierman and Daniel Lewis.
And here's Meredith with a chickering from the far side in near half Nelson. Maybe showing a little bit of his frustration from a loss a night ago, and he's going to try to load him up.
To his former teammate.
Wow, how do you like this?
Meredith defeated Kevin Jack in the quarters yesterday, which is obviously Meredith went to North Carolina State as a true freshman.
Right now, Eierman's having troubles with his headgear, but our lead official, Nashville, Tennessee native Ryan Hagan's going to continue to let him wrestle. Nearing the all-important 1-minute mark of our first period, Meredith, boy, does he got a chicken wing and a half Nelson drug in here. It's on the out-of-bounds line, and this is trouble for Eierman.
Wow, look at this.
Meredith going to secure some points. 4 of them, says our lead official, Mr. Hagan. 6-2 the lead.
The way that Bryce Meredith, he just uses his hips so well, and that's the key to his success. He's high-flying because he throws those hips everywhere, and he's always square though.
Down inside a minute, 55 seconds to be exact here in the first period. Meredith has already accrued $1.17 riding time.
Looking for Meredith here. He's going to try to ride forward pressure like he does here. But really interesting, Jaydin Eierman, how about shutting out Joey McKenna yesterday, 8-0 in the round of 12 consolation. Joey McKenna, 3rd place, 3rd seed, did not place.
Down inside, 25 seconds to go. Meredith maintains a 6-2 advantage, and one thing he's doing right now, Corey, is accruing a lot of riding time. Is by the end of this period, he may be well over 2 minutes, and we still have 4 minutes of wrestling to go.
Little factoid here. Jaydin Eierman's father, Mike Eierman, coached Jaden Cox in the Olympics.
Six pennies to go. That's 6 seconds in the first period. Been quite impressed with Meredith from the top position. Secured a 4-pointer. Going to accumulate 2 minutes and 12 seconds of riding time. I'd be shocked if Eierman goes down the rest of the way.
And here's the thing. Eierman usually is really moving. He does not look himself really in this morning's session. He's always moving, and on the bottom, he was pretty much stagnant.
Out for one on a nice switch over by Meredith. Meredith's going to go into a fireman's carry. You bet. Now he's in on the legs, attacking Eierman. Going to try to sit him down to his buttocks. A lot of time to go. $1.40 here in the second, and it already is a 7-2 advantage for the Wyoming Cowboy, Bryce Meredith. Going to try to put him in danger here.
Needs to elevate, get up, and clear those ankles, but he's looking for a fall here.
Meredith going to run out of real estate before Mr. Hagan calls a stalemate call. 1:22 remaining on the clock here in the second. It's a 7-2 Bryce Meredith advantage.
Sean Hagan, probably the biggest rising official in NCAA wrestling, in my opinion. Brian Hagan, I apologize.
Here comes Meredith. A little bit stretched out there. A good job defending here momentarily by Eierman.
Really just looking to kill time, it looks like, though.
And both of these constituents going to separate. Get a little bit of distance in between one another. Here's Eierman on a nice shot. He's going to go into a high-low of Meredith. You can almost think we're going to have a scramble forthcoming through here. Meredith, one of the country's best, and got to be careful as Eierman going to try to lock him up for perhaps a defensive fall.
Here's the thing. If there's anybody just as sneaky as Meredith, it's Eierman.
Look at this scramble mode. Eierman going to try to come out the back door. He's got two of them. And just like that, it's a 7-4 Bryce Meredith lead. Go down inside 15 seconds. And how fast can you scoot outside the boundary waters? Meredith was not comfortable in there, and boy, he waits a little time to get a fresh start and get outside the boundary line.
Seemed like he was doing a little bit of a conditioning drill at practice.
7-4 remains our score, 10 cents. You know, Corey, in Iowa terms, that's 10 pennies or a dime or 2 nickels.
Absolutely.
And it, generally speaking, goes down pretty quick, and that is going to extinguish our second period. So Eierman, I said, probably won't going to go down. He looks over to Ryan Hagan. He's going to go neutral.
Great choice, because not only riding time a factor right now, potentially, that 1 point advantage, and you know what? Eierman likes to let it fly, and you know what? Give the fans something to cheer for. I know the Mizzou faithful behind us, they're ready to erupt.
Wow, and Meredith just kind of slid into that by accident.
But look at what Eierman has there.
He's going to look to go to perhaps a spladle, and for Meredith, he's going to go head under the leg, which may alleviate some of this problem taking place.
Eierman, though, trying to get his hips up, and Meredith now, he likes to sit back on that instead of actually clearing the ankles over his head. He's quite unorthodox in his style.
1:12 remaining after another stalemate call. Both of these guys breathing pretty heavy at this point, and for good reason. They've combated for a good 6 minutes. Now we go down inside a minute. 7-4 the score for Bryce Meredith on Mr. Eierman.
And remember, neither of these guys had 3-day weigh-ins before the NCAAs, because obviously the Big 12, only a 2-day tournament. And the MAC tournament, also 2 days.
So another stalemate call, 44 seconds to go, third and final period. And what is a 7-4 Bryce Meredith advantage?
33 seconds remaining. That 1 point riding time has been locked up.
Meredith in on the legs again, and boy, Eierman wants to go to some junk in the trunk.
Why not? He's down by 4 essentially with riding time.
Down inside, 15 seconds to go. Meredith extremely content here. Is not going to yield up anything crazy. We've seen it transpire, have we not? In a lot of matches throughout the course of the tournament, matches won in the last 10 seconds. But it's not going to be the case here. The kid out of Wyoming, victorious with riding time. The final score, Bryce Meredith, an 8-4 winner over Missouri University's Mr. Eierman.
You're watching the NCAA Wrestling Championship.